On October 1st, a simple post from a Korean man suddenly went viral on social media platform X, formerly Twitter. The man shared his personal experience while running 10 kilometers along the Han River area, passing Seongsu Bridge and Yeongdong Bridge in Seoul. At first, he only intended to break his personal record in long-distance running. But what seemed like an ordinary day turned into a memorable moment when he unexpectedly encountered one of the world's biggest idols. Kim Taehyung, better known as V of BTS, on his post, the man admitted that he could hardly believe his eyes when he first saw Taehyung. The idol appeared to be jogging casually, dressed in simple sportswear without makeup, and seemed to enjoy the crisp morning air of Seoul. During their first encounter, they merely crossed paths. But the surprise came when the running route led him to meet Taehyung a second time. This time, Taehyung gave him a faint smile. "I'm a guy, but why does my heart race like this? October energy really is good," the man wrote in his post, joking that after such an experience, he felt tempted to buy a lottery ticket because it was clearly his lucky day. The post spread rapidly online. Within hours, a major Taehyung fanbase account from Indonesia, at KTIH Indonesia, quoted and reposted the story. The numbers quickly rose: 577 likes, 172 reposts, and more than 8,000 views in just a few hours. This showed how much excitement there is around anything related to Taehyung, especially since his return from mandatory military service. Many fans have been longing for real-life sightings of him, moments outside official schedules or media appearances, making this one particularly special. The comments section exploded with reactions from ARMY, BTS's global fandom. Many were charmed by the image of Taehyung doing something as simple as morning exercise. Taehyung doing a morning run? Absolute boyfriend material. One fan wrote. Others joked, "Why wasn't I running there too? I'd be willing to marathon every day if it meant meeting Taehyung." Every small piece of news about Taehyung never fails to move ARMY. This time, a brief smile was enough to stir emotions worldwide. Fans interpreted the smile as a positive sign, even connecting it with the refreshing October vibe and the hopeful anticipation of BTS's long-awaited comeback in 2025. That faint smile felt like a signal, as if he's telling us to stay strong. One fan commented in an online community. Some even joked about starting their own morning running routines, inspired by the thought that maybe, just maybe, they too could run into Taehyung someday. Why did such a simple story go viral? The answer lies in its relatability. This wasn't about a grand stage performance, a concert, or an official appearance. It was about something ordinary. A morning jog. Fans could imagine themselves in that exact situation. The story resonated because it blurred the line between idol and everyday life. It arrived at the perfect time as well, when anticipation for BTS's comeback after military service is at its peak. That's why this moment feels so sweet. Taehyung isn't just an idol on stage, he's also a regular person enjoying the morning air while running, one netizen wrote on the coup. The location also added charm to the story. The Han River is one of Seoul's most iconic places, often associated with leisure and daily life. Both locals and tourists flock there to exercise, picnic, or simply take in the view. The Seongsu and Yeongdong bridges mentioned in the post are well-known routes for runners, offering fresh air and beautiful scenery. Many K-dramas have used the Han River as a backdrop, making the spot familiar even to international fans. For Taehyung to be seen there connected real-life simplicity with the fantasy of K-pop stardom. It was the kind of moment that felt accessible, yet extraordinary. Since completing his military service, Taehyung has rarely been seen in public. This sighting at the Han River became one of the first real encounters shared by an ordinary person, not by media outlets or staff. For fans, it was both comforting and exciting. Taehyung appeared healthy, energetic, and in good spirits. Many interpreted his jogging routine as preparation not only for his personal well-being, but also for his professional life. Morning runs aren't just for health, but also stamina building. BTS's 2025 comeback will demand incredible energy, a fan wrote online. Taehyung has always been admired for his boyfriend material aura, his visuals, charm, and gentle demeanor. The viral story only reinforced that image. Fans couldn't help but imagine the scene as though it were straight from a romantic drama. Taehyung jogging in casual clothes, hair slightly tousled, then flashing a faint smile. The mental picture alone set off waves of excitement. It wasn't long before fan art and TikTok edits appeared, recreating the encounter with romantic soundtracks. These creative works amplified the story spread across different platforms, reaching even wider audiences. The impact wasn't limited to Korea. Once shared by the Indonesian fanbase account, the story quickly spread across various countries through reposts and translations. Hashtags related to Taehyung trended on timelines, proof that even the smallest details about him can spark global conversation. For international fans, the story felt like a gift, offering a glimpse of Taehyung in a natural, unfiltered setting. Interestingly, Korean netizens and international fans reacted in slightly different ways. Koreans tended to highlight the luck of the man who encountered Taehyung, joking about lottery tickets and commenting on how humble and down-to-earth Taehyung remains despite his superstar status. International fans, meanwhile, leaned into the romantic and cinematic aspect, saying things like, "This feels like a fanfiction come to life," or "I can hear a K-drama soundtrack playing in the background." The differences in perspective only show the wide-ranging appeal of Taehyung, capable of touching hearts in many ways across cultures. In the end, the story proved that it doesn't take a big stage or official announcement to capture the world's attention. Sometimes a faint smile in the middle of a simple morning jog is enough to leave a lasting memory. The brief encounter between Taehyung and an ordinary runner in Seoul became a viral topic that warmed hearts, not just for the man himself but for millions of ARMY worldwide. In the midst of the buzz surrounding BTS's 2025 comeback, this little moment served as a reminder that idols are not only distant figures on stage, but also human beings who can unexpectedly cross paths with everyday people. Taehyung's faint smile by the Han River has now become one of those small, treasured stories. A simple moment carrying a big dose of positivity, just like the meaning behind his smile. Fans also linked the story to Taehyung's known love for exercise and self-care. Over the years, he has mentioned his interest in maintaining a healthy lifestyle, though he tends to keep his routines private. This glimpse of him jogging by the Han River reassured fans that he was taking care of his body and mind after the demanding years of military service. Many expressed gratitude that he was finding peaceful moments for himself before stepping back into the spotlight. The timing of this sighting is especially significant considering the build-up to BTS's return in 2025. ARMY are counting down the months until all 7 members reunite for group activities, and every small update feeds their anticipation. For them, Taehyung's smile wasn't just a smile. It was a sign that he is ready, that he is grounded, and that he will meet fans again soon on stage. One popular fan comment captured this sentiment perfectly. That smile by the Han River wasn't just for one man. It was for all of us waiting for BTS. What also fascinated fans was the duality of the story. On one hand, Taehyung is a megastar with global influence, whose name trends worldwide with every update. On the other hand, here he was, just another runner enjoying Seoul's autumn morning. That duality of being larger than life and yet deeply human is part of what makes him so captivating. It reassures fans that even amidst fame, he remains approachable, someone who can exist naturally in the same spaces as them. As the hours passed, fan-created content surrounding the story grew. Digital artists sketched illustrations of Taehyung in running clothes by the river. Video editors paired the story with dreamy background music, turning it into short reels and TikToks. Some even made POV-style videos from the perspective of the runner, showing what it might have looked like to encounter Taehyung that morning. These creative responses transformed a single anecdote into a whole wave of fan culture, sustaining the story's momentum for days. The sense of community among ARMY also became evident. Fans from different countries responded to one another's posts, sharing jokes, expressing envy, or simply celebrating together. Imagine being the luckiest runner in Seoul,